Everybody has two things in life, time or money.
Yep.
If you don't have time, then you gotta have the money to make up that time elsewhere.
Show them how many leads you've got. I mean, I don't know if they'll be able to see it, but he's literally gotten how many leads?
Since Thursday, over 35 leads.
So 35 leads in, 3 days?
In our first month, we did well, I wanna say we did well over $4,000 or $5,000 in our first month.
It is hot out here, just like the lead Tony got just now on his phone. So Tony, show them how many leads you've got. I mean, I don't know if they'll be able to see it, but he's literally gotten how many leads? And this is for his wife's aesthetic studio, like her beauty salon.
Since Thursday, over 35 leads.
So 35 leads in, 3 days. And so, Tony, you're running ads for Adele, your wife. What kind of ads are you running? What's your strategy behind this that you can get this many leads?
So I'll give you the whole tea kettle. So, if you will. So we're running Facebook and Google ads. Facebook ads.
So are these Facebook ads?
These are Facebook and Google leads that we're getting.
Okay.
And I have 2 Facebook leads running and 3 Google ads running, and for a total of 35 leads in like 3-4 days, which is amazing.
Yeah.
However, you know, there's so many things in running a business that are not taught in school, and this is a huge one. Like, how do I get 35 inquiries on my business? And for those of you who are listening, what would 35 inquiries in your business over this past weekend do for you? How many do you think you would close? How many do you think would be interested? And I know for a lot of you really listening today is, you know, yeah, 35 leads, Tony, that sounds great. How many actually converted? That's honestly all I care about is conversions. Like,
so, okay, that's a good point. That's what I was going to ask you. So like when you get these leads, what are your top tips, or what are you telling Adele to do to close these leads quickly?
So step number 1 is when a lead comes in, we're calling them within 1 minute. The cool part about the way I have it set up is the minute the lead comes in, myself and my wife get a text message that says you have a new microblading lead or permanent makeup lead or pro cell lead. So that way I don't have to go to a platform and log in and find their information and call them. I just call them directly from the text message. So as long as I'm on my phone, I'm going to get alerted and we're able to call right away.
So you got their number on the text message, so you can just click their number and it calls?
Yes, name, email, and phone number.
Nice. And so let's say that you call them. You know, a lot of people might be watching and be like, you know, I'm scared to call people because maybe they don't remember what they clicked on. Well, what would you say to that?
So I would say you're totally missing out on the whole facade or thought of, hey, I really want just people to go to my booking calendar, my Vagaro link, Acuity, whatever scheduling app you use, and just book is totally not reality. Maybe it was 5-10 years ago, but it's not now because there's so much competition out there, and the way to differentiate yourself from the competition without lowering your prices is actually having a conversation and building rapport. So in our studio, no, we're a bigger studio, but I don't want people to be able to just go in and book. I don't want to just send them a Zoom link. I want to have a conversation with somebody, figure out their needs and wants, and then prescribe to them what service we offer that would fit their goals.
Yeah, it's just like when I go to the doctor, they don't say like, oh, I don't step in and they're like, oh, here's our newest medicine. Like they ask me, what are your symptoms? What problems are you having? What are your pain points? And then they prescribe based on that information. So that's why you're saying that's why a phone call is important.
Yeah, and absolutely, and it's what sets us apart. Now, do we get leads to say, can you just tell me your price? Of course. And I know how to overcome that. We overcome it on a daily basis. And for those of you who are wondering, you know, 35 leads in 3 days, how many actually converted? Okay, we have automation set up that follow up with these leads also while we're off. So today, to be fully transparent, I haven't contacted my wife yet to see how many she's converted. I'm looking at the conversations, and I know there's about 8 to 9 people that are waiting for us to actually call and book them. But once I talk to her, I'll definitely give you an update on how many people actually booked. But
yeah, and just to be transparent, you're actually looking to hire someone to call right now.
Yeah, so right now we're in week 2 of running ads full force again for her studio. And we've gotten so many leads, we just don't have the time to keep up. We're all busy. And I'll say this to anybody who's watching, anybody who's like resonating with what I'm saying, you know, you can get busy and you can use this excuse, I don't have time to call these. then do something about it. If you don't have time to do something, hire somebody to do it for you, flat out. If you don't have time to call your leads, yet you don't have enough money to hire somebody to call those leads, there is something wrong, and we definitely need to get on a conversation to figure that out, because everybody has two things in life: time or money.
Yep.
If you don't have time, then you've got to have the money to make up that time elsewhere, and that's where us hiring somebody's going to make that up.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because this video is not scripted. We were just discussing his leads, but I was actually reading Dan Martell's book last night. It's called Buy Back Your Time. I highly recommend it. But he was talking about, like, most people, I'm probably going to butcher this, but most people spend their time to save money. So I mow my own yard, I clean my own house, I do all this stuff to try to save a little money. But if you can reverse that, and I know everybody's got to start somewhere, but when you can get in a financial position, we can start buying back your time. And because we only have, like you said, time, money, and energy. And so it's all about energy management, which you need time to do that. And so, long story short, he's saying that if you can, like, he has, and I thought this was cool, this is a concept I'd never heard before. He has a house manager. And so his house manager will pick up his kids from school. They'll do the dishes, they'll wash. He said he hasn't gassed his car up in years because they gassed his car up. And granted, this guy's a CEO and he can afford to do this kind of stuff, but I'm just giving you guys the concept of buying back the time. So I had never heard of a house manager before.
Yeah, and it's all about time. In life, if you want to be successful, the most successful people are the ones that are the best at managing their time. And I'll be fully transparent with you. Me and my wife starting this second location, okay?
Yeah, and sorry if the audio quality is, but we have an airplane flying right above us. I was actually an Air Force pilot for 10 years. And now they always, I'm laughing because they always say, like, how do you know if you're in a room with a fighter pilot? And the joke is, don't worry, they'll tell you. And so, never mind. But what were you saying?
So the fact of the matter is, we all have to start somewhere, right? Now, me getting 35 leads may sound great, may sound amazing, yada, yada, yada. And then hopefully having 9 to 10 bookings from that over the weekend sounds great, good, fun, great. However, okay, when we first started this location, this is our second location we've started. We're doing it on a shoestring budget. Like, literally, I may have maybe $5,000 or $10,000 invested in it. In our first month, we did well. I want to say we did well over $4,000 or $5,000 in our first month. And we're just snowballing it and really going from there.
And that's with her only working on the weekend, right?
Yeah, that's with her. We're like working 2 days a week. But long story short, with the whole, leveraging and not having money to start and things like that, you have one of two things in life again: time or money. And we're starting out on a shoestring budget in this location. I'm already looking at hiring somebody to answer our leads for us. We don't have the money to do it. But if I'm consistently getting that many leads, I can't afford not to. So that's where I like to talk, Jake, a little bit about opportunity cost. And what's it gonna cost me if I don't hire somebody to follow up these leads immediately? Yeah. And I did the math, and we talked about it the other night. I'm looking at, just if I can close, those 9 people, that's over $4,000 or $5,000 in revenue.
Yep.
And we didn't have time to do it over the weekend. I'm out of town, I'm here with you. She's off having fun with her girls. And so, it's costing me more by not hiring somebody.
And one tip for you guys real quick, and this is something I taught Tony a couple weeks ago, because let's be honest, you weren't doing it, and I was like, I got kind of mad because I was like, you got to do this. And so he was calling our leads for our business, but he was not leaving a voicemail. And I'm like, what are you doing? You got to leave a voicemail. I always, I used to call the abandoned carts for Linked, the permanent jewelry training company. And here's what a lot of people don't answer unrecognized numbers. And I do the same thing. Like, I'll send somebody to voicemail. But then now with iPhones and probably Androids, they have it to where it actually will read the voicemail to you. So if I'm busy, but I see that somebody's leaving a voicemail, I can read what they're saying. And so if I'm like, oh, that actually sounds like somebody I need to talk to, I'll pick it up and answer real quick. Yeah. And so it gives you a higher chance of converting a call. The other thing is, like, a lot of people, they will go back and listen to those, and then they'll call you back or save your number and stuff. And so my script if you guys are enjoying this, please leave us a comment. We appreciate it. We just do this stuff for free. But my script for leaving a voicemail is something like this. Hey, it's Jake with Beauty Biz Pro. Just wanted to reach out and let you know that we are doing this, or we're doing that, or let's say that we're doing it so if I was doing this for your wife's studio, I would say, hey, it's Jake Randolph with Onyx Brows. I wanted to reach out, and I saw that you were interested in getting some information about microblading. Would be happy to set up a quick 5-minute chat, see if it's right for you. And we also have a pretty good special going on right now. Now, if you guys don't have a special, that's fine. I like saying something to kind of catch people's attention to get them to call me back.
Yeah.
And so we do have a really great, or you can say offer if you don't like the word special. We have a really great offer right now. Shoot me a call back at, and I always repeat my number, like 256, blah, blah, blah. Because when I'm personally reading my voice messages and I'm reading the transcript, if somebody says, call me back at this number, now they have it to where it highlights it so you can click it and easily call back as well. And so there's just, make it easy for people to find you again.
For sure, that's a good pro tip. So
awesome. So if you guys enjoy like impromptu raw podcasts like this on, platforms like Instagram and vertical videos like this, please let us know in the comments. We love your feedback. And we're just always looking to provide more value. Speaking of value, we do have a big announcement. And so we built if you've been following us for a bit, we already have a community built, but we're kind of 10Xing it, like making it way better. We're including the weekly live coaching calls we do, and we're putting it on a very easy to use app. And so we're gonna call this Elite Beauty Bosses. And so we highly recommend joining that. Catch you guys on the next one, and thanks.
Like and subscribe.